boom. Sound check, sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay. I got the sound. We got the sound. Guys, today we are going to be having some of this Wisconsin's only New Glarus Spotted Cow, super famous beer, along with this La Gloria Cubana Maduro is what we're going to smoke with it. The series R Maduro, right, is what we're going to have there. Yes, I have a lighter, but I'm going to light the cedar. I ran out of my cedar matches. I got to get some matches, but I think this will be a good pairing. I wanted to do the Padron Maduro, but that's like more of a premium cigar. This is a little bit less in price. It's like $4 less in price. We're looking at $8 cigar here, close to a $9 cigar, and the Spotted Cow, New Glarus Spotted Cow. You can't get this stuff anywhere. And JoJo's already not wanting to sip and smoke review, but you know, you can't get this beer anywhere but in Wisconsin. It's highly sought after. It's you know, it's just a good beer. Light, perfect for this summer day. I think you guys would appreciate it. And yes, we're going to do sip and smoke, Joey. That's what it's called, sip and smoke. So they're not necessarily product reviews, but there are cigar and beer reviews. And look at that beer. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that beer. Wow. The Spotted Cow, man. Look at that thing. Golden, looks creamy. Doesn't have that hazy, sort of lemony look to it. Let me smell it though. It has some slight citrus. It's slight. It's ever so slight. It's not a ton of citrus though. It's not one of these hazy IPAs. And we're gonna have that with La Gloria Cubana Maduro here. I'm gonna snip the end here. And Joey's like, yeah, no product reviews. I can't hold the phone and do this thing at the same time, so I'm gonna put this guys up, and you guys are gonna be able to see me here at the Hacienda. Or the Cantina, as we also call it, Cantina Lopez. Holy shit, come on, baby. Hopefully, let me know if the sound drops off, folks. You know, I'm here outdoors. You know, the phone doesn't work fantastic. It's hot out. It's hot out today, guys. Oh, hopefully I didn't hit anything that, let's see if I'm centered in frame. Man, I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is gonna, if it looks good at all. Yeah, it's too dark. You guys can't see me. You know, it's too dark. So let me move this thing, the camera forward. So what's up, guys? What are you guys doing today? How are your lives been? What's going on? I hope everyone's doing well out there. I'm adjusting this tripod here. We're going to get it going, and we're going to try to bring it closer to me. I'm a little dark. I didn't know I would need lighting, or would have, you know, lighting would have been preferred. Whoa. All right, boom. Let's see if this is going to help the perspective here at all. We got two people watching. I think that's just Joey and his brother. Boom. Boomhauer. All right. Let's see here, guys. Let's see. Oh, let me have some of this beer, man, while it's nice and cool. You know. Yeah, that's a little better. Now you can see me in the Hacienda. Look at that. Now you can see me here just chilling out. This is what I like to do most of my life. You know, I'm going to be going on a little vacation soon. And, you know, so Joey's a little worried about the vacation. But, man, I can sit down on the beach, not even drink. I don't even have to have anything to drink. And just chill out, stay on the sand and the beach. And watch the waves, listen to the ocean. You know, I could do that all day, every day. I could do it for hours. and enjoy myself and be very content and happy. Like, I don't need, you know, again, guys, you don't need all the finer things in life. Although, you know, good beer and a good cigar are going to help life, and it helps everything that we do. There's not a lot of complexity to the New Glarus Spotted Cow. I think it's a good beer because it's so simple. It's not harsh. It has a very good body, a milkiness to it, a creaminess to it, and it doesn't have that pale ale-ish sort of tough finish to it at all. It's very smooth, very light, but full-bodied. And it's not super complex. It's very straightforward. Oh, did I lose you guys? Shit, let me see here. Come on. Maybe it's just the internet, the interwebs. Wow, that is nice, man. I'm going to have a few of those this afternoon, guys. You know, I'm going to do a full cut on this the Gloria Cubana Maduro. Right off the bat, it's not super oily. I prefer my Maduros to have a stronger oily texture. And again, I'm going to harp on it, and I hate to always admit it. I'm not aging these. I should have. Today was the day I should have gone and made the humidor, got the cedar and the humidor it up, but I've yet to actually assemble the humidor. But it's got a hint of chocolate. It has a more of a nice. The earthiness is different. You know, it's a different earthiness. It's not a leathery earthiness. Good texture, a good wrap. I'm going to just barely cap the very end of it, guys. Hopefully we're still live. Let me know if we're still going well. There you go. See how much I took off? Just a little splitter, little bit. Right? Just the end cap. So teeny. I don't know if you guys could see that, but just a little bit. It's all we want to take off on there, and it exposes the cigar like that. You can see that it's the Maduro wrapper. From this, you can tell that it's the wrapper that is has the Maduro, but there is some kind of a different little filler in there. But the wrapper itself is what is more mature. It's more ripened, so it hopefully will have. It'll heat up, have more oils, a little higher bodied. It'll be a good contrast to what we have here. Yeah, more coffee. Has a coffee-like. The initial hit on the palate is like more of a coffee bean, and it's not even a strong coffee sort of flavor. It's not a heavy sort of like a Sumatran. It's more of a mild coffee taste to it. And if I ever am with you, you know, and we have the, we have a cigar together, make sure that I light your cigar for you. I like lighting cigars. I won't even touch it. I mean, in terms of puffing it, I won't puff the cigar. Like, I like these purely based on the flame, without touching or puffing or drawing on the cigar. I used to love doing that for my clients, is starting their cigars for them without actually puffing or uniform start to the cigar, which I'm not getting right now. That's the other thing. Smoking cigars outdoors is completely different, guys. I'm trying not to get it. Ooh, yeah, nice chocolatiness to it. Nice texture, a little sweetness, not very bitter at all. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah, very smooth. I already have an uneven burn, and that's my fault on getting the getting the cigar sort of outdoors, just haven't rolled it properly. And there's a lot of bugs out here, which is not cool. The cigar hopefully will chase them away after a little while. Mm. Mm. Yeah, some chocolate, but a lot more coffee notes to it. Has a fantastic texture. I wouldn't say it's a full. It should. I would have liked the body to be a lot richer, but it's still a rich-bodied and a full-bodied cigar. I wish it would have had a lot more sort of weight to it. But I think we're going to get that as the cigar heats up and towards the end of the cigar where you get it. But super mild, great coffee, sort of grates and cedar. Like it has a very nice finish. The sweetness at the end of this cigar is what I love Maduros for. It doesn't have the chocolatiness that I would wish for or really am searching in a cigar. Again, it's a little bit more of a coffee note, but still an excellent cigar. Great aromas. Like the aromas on it are fantastic. The smell of it, I love covering myself in those aromas because it's very natural. A little cedar, a little leather. It's not like super leathery, but it has this. It's hard to really define for myself because I don't have the creative abilities to do it, but. Another soft, silky smoke. Excellent cigar. This is like a go-to. I could sit on this. I wish it had a little more sugars, like it had a more natural sweetness to it. It is there, which is great. There's no bitterness to this cigar whatsoever. This is a high quality Maduro that would be nice to sit on for like a year. I'd like to bring out the oils in it and it actually get the coffee notes actually more refined or more pronounced in time, or maybe the coffee dissipates and it changes more into that chocolatiness because the finish it lacks the oils. I like when I smoke these Maduros and it gives me that on my palate, like it sort of coats my tongue with like an oil. Like if you think of like just tasting, and I mentioned this before, tasting a very good olive oil. And I encourage you guys to actually do this. Like someday go like olive oil tasting. And I know you guys might think like, oh, olive oils, they're all the same, but if you actually taste the various oils that you purchase in a grocery store, I'm telling you guys, you might not continue buying like Wesson oil, right? Like you will actually, and you'll find what olive oil you think is best for cooking. You'll actually be able to taste it and discern like, yo, I like this oil because it has this kind of flavor. So I encourage you guys to actually, something simple that to train your palate and to learn about taste is something basic like olive oil. Go and taste like, buy a couple of different olive oils in a small quantity and put it in a little dish or a ramekin, and you're able to like, with the little bread, just dip it in the bread and taste the oil and figure out how it tastes. So my viewership has died. There's only one of you guys in here. Enjoy, while we're here at the Cantina Lopez. As far as UFC goes, guys, I mean, we can discuss this card anytime you guys have a question. Throw a question out there. I'm passing for the most part on this card. I'm thinking of jumping on one dog. I'm just on the fence, guys. I need to save a little capital for vacation. So gambling this weekend might not just be par for the course. It may not be One thing about this cigar, besides the flavor, are the aromas. Like, I love it when the aromas are not offensive. It doesn't pinch your nose. The aromas actually contribute a little bit to the flavor. And this cigar that does that gives me an awareness. This is high quality smoke. Again, it's not the chocolatiness that I want normally in my Maduros. But wow, that hint of sweetness at the end there. You could give this cigar, I could give this cigar to any of you guys in the audience right now. A novice can smoke this and it's not going to be offensive. I like that too, where it's mild. It's a very mild cigar. I don't think it would hurt anyone's palate where they'll feel like, oh man, this is too overwhelming. I'm not from Florida. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. We're here in Chicago, Illinois on a summer's day. We're here at what I call Cantina Lopez. That's the other thing I like about the new Glarus. You could guzzle the new Glarus. You could guzzle that beer. Yeah, I got pink socks on too. Fair enough. Pink socks, guys. The new watch, cheap Timex, guys, cheap Timex. You don't need an expensive watch. If I had a six-pack and we're good looking, I wouldn't need anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even need clothes. Very silky, soft on the nose, soft smoke, light richness. It's more of a Nutella sort of richness. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nutella. Is Nutella German, like the German chocolate that's based off of hazelnut? So it's more of a hazelnut as opposed to a chocolate. So it has more of this like a hazelnut sort of sweetness to it, which is a lighter chocolate almost. It's not like full on chocolate, like deep dark chocolate. Even though it's a dark cigar, it has more of that hazelnut kind of texture. Guys, I need to get a banana hammock. If you guys know where to find a banana hammock in pink, I think I'm gonna wear the pink banana hammock on my vacation. I might need to go to like Lover's Lane to get the banana hammock. But soon you'll see me with my gut out and what little package I got in a banana hammock in Cabo. We're going to be broadcasting live from Cabo, poolside, giving you a review because I think there is an event in a couple weeks that coincides with. I was looking at Charlie Ontiverios. No way. Gabriel Benitez is a tough guy. I wouldn't say that he's durable, but these Mexican fighters from Copa Americas and from Tijuana, they got a lot of drive. They have a lot of abilities. I think what the problem with Gabriel Benitez is just his MMA IQ. and his inability to really mix it up. I think Ontiveros just is not, doesn't have like the good takedown ability. He gets hit even more than Gabriel Benitez. Just for me, just statistically and in terms of his performance, I think it's all Gabby. Gabby's going to take this one. I think it's his fight to lose more so than Charlie Ontiveros' fight to win. I don't think that Ontiveros is MMA caliber, and I don't think Gabriel Benitez is necessarily like top 20 in the UFC, but yeah, I think I was like, yeah, I was exactly, Noel. I would be looking at what the price is of Benitez via finish was, or via TKO, because I think he's more of a knockout guy, and I think he could finish Ontiveros, but that prop line hasn't hit yet, so I don't know what that is. But I would stick to the Benitez side, and I might even, consider. I don't want to know. Gabriel Benitez at minus. He said, "Oh my God, he's gone up now to minus 375." Guys, this is not a parlay card. Do not, I repeat, do not, just like last week, do not parlay this heavy chalk on mediocre fighters. You're gonna get burned. If anything, I miss the, if anything and anyone, I miss the boat on Zalal Youssef, and I would look towards, like him on the money line with a parlay of a prop bet, of a distance bet, or something like that. But I just don't think that this is, there's some live dogs here for sure, but this is another betting card where last week I had 2 bets, and that was it. I lost both those bets. I had McKinney by TKO and not the sub, right? They were the same price. Him by finish was minus 400. Him by the submission was minus 145, which was the same as the TKO. I thought that he would TKO the guy. The guy had a very good chin. I would consider what he did more of a club and sub. So I lost my main bet. I had a unit on that. Yes, I put a unit on a prop bet. I win those sometimes. I was hoping that McKinney was gonna knock him out. And then I put a half a unit on the Michel Olejniczuk and Smiling Sam Alvey fight to go the distance at the same amount at plus 145. And I felt confident in that play, and then, man, Olejniczuk just starched Alvey. I haven't seen him starch like that ever in his career. I guess now he's going to fight Jake Paul or something like that. But 2 bets lost. It's not a big deal. Like I lose a unit and a half. But the losses are catching up to me. They're adding up. I'm not happy with that. Beautiful Cardinal there. And that's why I'm thinking of passing this weekend on the fights and just saving my money, because I have this little vacation coming up, and just pocketing that money. But because I just don't see. I mean, the only dog I really like, and she's increased in her price, is Cacciabini. But I have no confidence in Cacciabini. It's not a flyer. It's just more like, I mean, Godinez, not Lupe Godinez. This gal missed weight. Right, like this gal missed weight last week, and she's back in a week's notice. Right, she was the one that the doctors did not. Ariana Lipinski, like the doctors didn't clear her to fight, and she's back already. And now I'm getting better dog money on Priscilla Cachoeira. That's the only bet I'm considering, is a straight money line on Priscilla Cachoeira with a $20 TKO bet on her by finish. Or actually her by TKO, and see what that line would be. And if they give me enough meat, I might jump on it. But right now I'm off. I don't see a spot here where I'm not happy with any. I don't like, but I think there's a lot of mediocre MMA here, and I don't like betting on mediocre MMA. Even though I predict things okay, from a gambling standpoint, I just don't like what the odds are presented, especially for these fighters. You know, I'm not parlaying Lupita Godinez with just say Josh Quinlan now at minus 250. I mean, it makes no sense to me. Martin Buday at minus 278 shouldn't be there. You know, same with Gabriel Benitez. You know, what was he, minus 350 right now? I mean, ridiculous. David Onama minus 300. Ode Osborne at minus 250. Bruno Silva. This is a dog or pass card from a betting perspective. I would not jump on any of these or parlay any of these favorites whatsoever. I think we got some live dogs here. I think some people should win their bouts outright. Like, I'm a big David Onama fan. The guy is a stud. The guy is super talented, durable, super fast. Right now, one of the hottest prospects in the UFC. And I wouldn't bet against him, but at minus 300 or where he's at, minus 305, I can't parlay him or bet with him against a monster like Nate Landwehr, because you never know what Nate Landwehr is going to bring, what Nate Landwehr we're going to see. The guy does, even though he's been finished, the guy brings it, and he was a monster over there in Russia. He's a Russian killer. If this bout would have remained the same, and Onama wasn't in a late notice, and it was the Russian guy, Khabib's boxing partner, that was fighting, I was on Nate Landwehr as a dog. But in this particular instance, I can't back Nate Landwehr, but guys, am I still streaming? You guys can still hear me? I can't tell from my computer, and I don't want to stand up and look, and I'll look actually here because I need to go and get me a little bit more of the new Glarus Spotted Cow. It's not even a review here of it. We're just drinking it. The Spotted Cow has to be one of the best Wisconsin light drinkable beers out there. Like, you want a beer that you could drink all day, that tastes good, and that you can actually drink like a whole 12-pack of, and you're not going to get sick the next morning, and it still has flavor. That's the new Glarus Spotted Cow. That's what it brings to the table. It's just really good quality, not offensive in any regard whatsoever. This is a good Maduro. Again, it doesn't have the, it's more of a coffee note to it, more of a coffee bean. I prefer the chocolate in a Maduro, but still, subtle sweetness, silkier. I prefer the heavier body, but the body's still there. It's more of a silky cigar, excellent draw, great quality. Can't go wrong. When you're spending $10 a cigar, you can't go wrong, guys. Yes, Jojo, you could come over actually, but I think going to your place would be better. You have a better pool. You got a pool. We could Cabo prep. Oh shit! What the fuck? Thankfully, it didn't hit my shoes. What is going on here? The flies are going to be all over that beer down there. At least I didn't get it on my shoe. Again, it's the new Glarus Spotted Cow, guys. You can only get this in Wisconsin. Good luck trying to find it at your local retailer. Every time my girlfriend goes to Wisconsin, she brings me a case of this stuff, and it's not super expensive. Little lemon, like a little citrus. Refreshing, great effervescence, with a little creamy finish. I'm telling you guys. This has to be my favorite everyday sipping, drinking beer that you could buy out there for a reasonable price. That's not premium, that's not overbearing. You could drink this all summer, man. I wish I could take a case of this to Mexico with me. Maybe I should. Yes, nice. Need that more oil in this cigar. Love the oils when they come out in a cigar. It's my favorite aspect of cigars. I know a lot of people want the flavor, the sweetness flavor. Myself, I want my palate to be overwhelmed by the oil, right? And then it catches the sort of the end flavor, whether it's a spiciness, whether it's a chocolatiness, whether it's a coffee, whether it's an earth or leather tone. I still want the richness and the oil in what it is that I'm smoking, because that's what I'm going for. And that's really what I love in my cigars, is that full bodiedness to it. This is more of a medium texture cigar. Soft, good. There's a slight, even on the first note or the first taste, the initial taste of it, there's a little sweetness, and it finishes with a little sweetness as well. This wrapper is a high quality wrapper. This is the kind of wrapper, I'm telling you, you sit on these Series R Maduros for like 2 years, and it's going to be a completely different cigar, and it's high quality. It's burning rather well, especially for outdoors. It has no pepperiness to it. There's little to no spice. Very mild. Again, I wish it would have had more of the richness to it, because that's what I'm looking for in most of my cigars. But still, fantastic smoke right now, guys. Let me see if I'm still casting. Give me a moment. Ah, it disconnected. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's still. I'm still here. It's still casting. I can't see the chat as much because something's up with the YouTube's on the computer. It isn't working the same outdoors, but we're gonna get a new computer, guys. I keep harping on the same shit all the time. I'm always talking the same crap. You know, guys, I really would love to like just sit down one day and just have a circle, not a circle jerk, but sorry, you know, like get a group of us, fans and us, sitting in a pool someplace or sitting at the beach, all of us with some cigars. We all smoke the same cigar, drink the same beer, and just discuss the beer and the cigar and talk a little MMA, you know. And it could be stupid shit of like, you know, who's your, you know, a lot of those things I don't like talking about MMA, but we could talk about the next event. Someday, you know, maybe the fighters will come and want to be hanging out with the bow better, and smoke a cigar and talk about their careers, their lives, and their skills and things like that. It would be cool. I think it'd be cool just to talk, not really just to focus on the MMA, but like, hey, let's smoke this cigar, let's drink this beer or something like that. One thing I'll say, really nice about smoking cigars outdoor is that they burn hotter because there's more oxygen everywhere, there's more wind, so they'll burn hotter and faster. So that this cigar is still not bitter and is not gaining that peppery texture, despite it burning rather hot and quick, is a testament to the quality of the tobacco. I mean, that's actually really good that it has that. I can't really see the chat right now, but again, my main play I think might be, if I play anything, is Priscilla Catch a Beating, because the woman's super tough. She's one of, like Jessica Andrade, she's one of the few women in the UFC that has that one punch knockout power. Like, she's just that's why everybody runs away from her. And I think Ariana Lipinski's going to run away from her and try to grapple her. And I think people mentioned when she got submitted, notice this gal wanted to go, she didn't want to have nothing to do with Catch a Beating on the feet. You know, my Canadian girl with beautiful skin. She took that to the meeting, and you saw Cachueta like gouge her eyes out, because that's what I would do. Guys, if you're in a street fight, someone fucking is doing some jiu-jitsu on you, you bite their arm, you grab their dick, you punch their dick, you gouge their eyes out, you fucking stab their throat. You do whatever you got to do to get out of that lock and that hold. You let them break the arm, and if they break the arm, that's okay. You fucking grab your keys out, you fucking stab them with your keys. You fucking do whatever you got to do to get the fuck out of there. You know, in a real street fight, to be honest, you don't even want to be rolling on the ground, man. It's good for self-defense, but you're going to roll, not to finish necessarily somebody, but to get control of them and either subdue them or just get the fuck out of there, right? Like, you're going to use your jiu-jitsu to get control of that person, get yourself into a safety sort of position, and then evade. And a lot of times I know we're not going to be able to do that, but it's best to, I'll run. I'll admit to you guys, I get the fuck out of there. Your job, just like a police officer, is to get home. You know, it don't matter if you beat somebody up. It doesn't matter. You know, your job is to protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and get the fuck out of there. Yeah, Reynolds, you better hope they ain't got friends. You know, because you think you're gonna submit my friend in front of me. You know, you start beating up my buddy or something like that. You think I'm gonna let you do that? You know, it's not going to happen, and I've already had been in that situation. I was in this situation where this girl was beating the shit out of one of my not a girlfriend friend. I mean girlfriend friend, not my girlfriend, but a woman that I knew, and I just put a stop to it. I'm like, okay, it's over, and I just grabbed her hand, took it away off her hair, and I did put bruises on the girl. She did get hurt from just me gripping her. I didn't give a shit. I'm like, you got to leave. You got to get the fuck out of here. And her man came too, and I was like, hey, the fight's over. You know, it's done. And they were all intoxicated, and they were all fucked up. And, it was easy basically to get her off my friend. You know what I mean? The key of getting out of a street fight, what's up, Blood Money, is not getting into a street fight. There is nothing we should be doing in life. We don't want to be those type of people. We don't want to be a male Karen. I get upset at things, and I do get upset, and I have a little bit of a temper when it's there, but I put myself in check, and there's no reason that we should be engaged in anything like that. We've got to protect ourselves. We have more to live for, more. Do you think it's going to be cool that you go to work with, even if you win a fight with a black eye? What is your boss going to say? What are you going to say to your kids? You know what I mean? What are you going to say to your family if you're hurt? You know what I mean? Like, the whole point is to not go through life fighting. Like, that's why we have MMA fighters. Those guys want to fight, let them fight. There are people that want to fight in a street fight. Those are people you want to avoid in life. It's good to have them as friends and all that stuff, but at the same time, maybe not. Like, we don't need to live in conflict and live or embrace the culture of violence. Even though we love the violence in our MMA and our gambling, I view it more as a sport, and yes, it is applicable to real life, but it's not something that you go out there looking for. It's pointless. Even if you're a young person, there's no point, unless you're like defending somebody and you need to really intervene for the betterment of your community, your environment, and the person that might be getting beat up, then you might need to intervene. And I understand that. My brother's done that before. I've done it before where, you know, I saw somebody like really catching a beating and I intervened. You know what I mean? I knew what I was getting myself into. I was able to quell the situation, or at least defuse the situation the way it was. People weren't happy with me, but you know, it was something that I needed to do because they were going to kill this guy. You know, they were going to kill this guy, and I felt like I needed to save this guy's life. You know, I needed to intervene because he was like getting beat up so bad. And at that point, it's like, yo, you don't need to beat him up anymore. He's beat up, right? So I intervened, and you know, and it could have got me in some problems, but you know, that's why you got tools to solve those issues. But again, you know, there's no point, guys. No point when you guys travel or you go other places. The last thing you want to do is be involved in conflict at work. The last thing you want to be is in conflict, because guess what? Even at a job, you guys have an argument with somebody where you're going to start threatening each other. They're going to fire both of you guys. You know, they don't need you, right? Like any, you know, like you need to function in a way that is adverse to conflict and violence, no matter where you're at, right? There's no, the end is going to be not positive for either one of you. Yes, we're going to have a special episode live from Cabo. Wow, this is a very good cigar. Again, not like super flavorful. I wish I would have gotten the larger gauge, like the big Churchill. This one was a Toro size. And it's still very good. It's not offensive. It's not very strong. Good sweetness, very subtle sweetness. And not chocolate. That coffee is even more pronounced now, or the Nutella. I'm going to describe it as Nutella, guys. I don't know if you guys have had Nutella. That's some good shit. It's more of an, I forget what is Nutella based out of? Different kind of peanut, not a peanut. Wow. Excellent cigar. Excellent cigar, guys. I gotta get that humidor. Yeah, Noah, just walk away. Even at work, man, you don't even have to like engage the people. The moment, you know, because you're in a lose-lose situation, whether you're right or wrong, you know, whether you've been disrespected. The best thing to do is like walk away, defuse the situation any way that you can, and address the situation in a professional manner at a later time. You know, because you can address it later on, right? But once it's diffused, where you're not gonna, you know, hopefully you don't go home and then you start to brood on the issue and then it gets worse. Like I used to be that way, where I'm definitely a brooder, you know, like sometimes I defuse the situation, then as I go home I start to get angrier, you know, and then I you know, like just say the wrong thing. But conflict resolution, guys, read up on it, be a conflict resolver or conflict deflector of it. And don't put yourself in a situation where you're compromising your own values and your own character, because, again, you're going to be put in a lose-lose situation, whether you're with family, whether you're at work. You know, some people want to be confrontational. That's the mode that they operate in. It's better for us to not operate in that mode, because there's, sure, you could, if you want to have an intellectual conversation or intellectual argument, let's have that. But most, I'm sorry to say it, 95%, maybe 99% of people can't engage in an intellectual conversation. They're just not raised that way. They don't have that ability. They can't accept. I accept when somebody's making some good points on me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I understand your perspective there. That's a good point. And I could engage with somebody that's smarter, more articulate, and wittier than me. I hate it. You know, especially some, some Irish guys and some people who are not Irish guys, but like people that meant some points and faults in my thinking, and they're very witty about it, and they just get you. That you can play that mental gymnastics, and that's okay. So again, it's just more of, I think for your audience, my audience, you guys' work experience, professional life experience, is to learn about what conflict resolution means and utilize that to aid you in succeeding in whatever factor you're in. Become the master of disaster, right? The master of all situations. Like Bruce Lee said, become water, right? Like, you water yourself down. It's okay. You don't have to have that pride. That pride will hurt you. Walk away from it. It's not a big deal, even if you're right. Defuse the situation, get yourself to a point where you're back, and then address it in a different professional context in a way that is going to be a learning experience for everybody involved, and in a context where even if you're in trouble, you're not going to lose your job, you're not going to lose respect of your co-workers and your family, you're not going to lose respect of your friends, but you're all going to be home safe. And that was the main thing. It was like, hey, we're all home. Nobody got beat up. Nobody got arrested. No, that's what's important, is to have that sort of, refrain from the actual violence. Because most people naturally don't want violence, including those violent people. Those bullies. The moment you start like putting it on them, you're gonna see how fast they break. They're gonna want out. They're gonna want out, and they're gonna be, they're gonna want out. Wow, man, nice cigar. Nice cigar. Burning a little too fast for my taste, because we are outdoors here, so there's a lot more oxygen. I actually prefer to smoke cigars indoors. That's why you have like smoking rooms. Most people smoke, and they have these humidors and smoking rooms, because it actually burns. It's better for the cigar to burn a little slower and not as fast. Yeah, Blood Money saying it's pouring rain. Dude, we have a beautiful summer day right now. Ooh, the cigar rating. Joey's mentioning the cigar rating. Joey, because the cigar isn't very complex, it's very straightforward. It's not unique. It doesn't have the chocolatiness and the oils that I wanted. I'm going to give this cigar, it's burning extremely well. I'm going to give this rating, I'm going to give this cigar a 7 and a quarter. It's 7 and a quarter. Just because it just doesn't have the full body that I want. In a Maduro, I'm searching for a full body. I'm searching for that banana, plantain character. I'm searching for rich oils. I want more of a chocolatiness as opposed to the cocoa in it. And this cigar just doesn't have that. And I don't know if that rating is fair to it, but that's what I'm going to put. I think this is a great cigar, but it's in my 7 and a quarter range, being a premium cigar, a good cigar that I'm going to buy again. I'm going to buy more of these, and I'm going to sit on them, and I'm going to smoke them again a year from now. Look at how easy that band came off. I've always loved the Gloria Cubana. Solid company, solid cigar making people, great quality control. I don't think I've ever had a bad cigar from La Gloria Cubana, no matter what cigar it was or type of cigar it was. I've never had a bad one. They are a premium cigar company that appreciates quality. It's just that flavor-wise, this isn't what I was wanting, right? It's perfect with the beer. It's perfect right now. I just wanted a little bit more body to it. I wanted more richness to it. I wanted the chocolate as opposed to the cocoa or the Nutella. So it's a soft chocolate. And again, guys, taste some Nutella. and eat a piece of chocolate, or dip the chocolate in the Nutella, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the subtle sweetness of both the start of the cigar and the finish are excellent, right? Like it has a very good start on the palate. The beginning of the palate is excellent, and the finish is very smooth, very well constructed, burning extremely well for outdoors, right? Got to get another beer, guys, and I'm going to check the camera right here real quick. The chat's down. All right, we're still streaming, guys. We're still good. Any questions? What are you guys up to? What's up for the summer? Anybody have any plans? Anybody doing anything special for the summer they want to talk about? Ah. Awesome. Did Bo deserve a contract? Hell yeah, Bo deserved a contract. That was a big miss by Dana. Dana was doing a negotiation tactic. He was sort of putting Bo in his place to an extent in a bad way. I gotta get that other beer out of the freezer there. Let me do that real quick, guys. Yeah, I mean, Noah Allen finished summer school. Good for you, Noah Allen. I don't know why you had to go to summer school, but good for you. Noah, I mean, real news, man. Do not sit on your talent. Don't sit by and sit down and watch life pass you by, because it's gonna pass you by, bro. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, you're gonna finally have that drive when you're my age, and it's gonna be a lot harder to do everything that you want to do, right? So the time is now, bro. Like, you got to put up and shut up. You know what I mean? Like, you start that grind. Write down some goals. Write down 10 things that you short term that you want to like accomplish in the next year. You know, like, I wrote those down, and don't be crazy. Like, oh, I want financial independence. I want this and that. You know, like, make them attainable. You know, make them goals that are realistic, right? And it could be that, you know, that you want to go back to school, right? Like, you want to get a degree. You want to get a certification in something. You want to get a full-time job, right? Like, and relish in those small little goals. Right? You want to, you know, no, I mean, for me, this year was like, I got the job, and now I wanted to travel. I wanted to go back to Mexico. And the next goal is, I want to go to Tahiti, right? Professionally, I'm still have the same mindset, but I don't have the goals yet. But I want to be the best employee that I can be, and the best coworker that I can be, right? Realistic goals. Like, you know, yeah, I don't, you know, get yourself to be the next vice president, which I joke around, you know, that might be unrealistic, but I want to be have the type of character and work values when I say that to people, they're like, well, I could see that. Like, you're talking shit, but I could see that, right? Like, that's really more realistic, right? Yeah, man. So, you know, real news, those barriers that you're putting on is all you. You know, it's all, you're the one that is stopping you from doing anything that you want to do, man. You know, it's not anybody else. It's not your parents. It's not a woman. It's not your, it's not impotence. It's not your ignorance. Like, all you got to do is just throw yourself out there, man. If you want to be out there and stream, and YouTube is something you're interested in and want to throw yourself out there in the public, I wasn't necessarily wanting to be in the public. Go on ahead and do it, man. Like, you throw yourself out there. It's all right. Like, tons of people do it. It doesn't matter if you're successful at it. Look at me. My channel's not necessarily successful. You know, I'm not getting, big reviews and whatever. But I get the creative outlet that I want out of it, right? So, no, we don't change for the worse, man. Like, there is no reason to change for the worse. Like, then you're making just bad decisions for yourself and your family, and there's no reason to engage in those types of decisions, because we have, there are a lot more bad options out there, guys, for sure. But there's easy, good options in there. Yeah, this cigar still a 7 1/4. Man, I'm telling you, I could drink these Spotted Cows all day, all day. They're light. They don't have the, like, it's like the best, not even a cheap beer, but it's like the best everyday simple drinking beer in Wisconsin, if not out there. You know, like, I used to drink Miller High Life, Budweiser all day, Bud Light. Man, I could drink this new Glarus that way. And I have the luxury of doing that. And it's just a lot tastier. Joey, you already know what we're going to do in Mexico. And stop worrying about it. Let's plan a couple things that we do and not worry about the price, right? Don't worry about, oh, you know what we're drinking? We're drinking that flaming coffee thing that we saw online. In Mexico, they have this tequila flaming coffee that it just looked, and I'm like, I have to have that. When I saw it online and I saw them making it and preparing it, when they're chilling the tequila, then they put the tequila in, they heat it, and then they had this process to it. I'm all over that tequila, that coffee tequila drink. I don't care what we drink, but I have to have one of those. What else am I going to have there? I can see my gut. My gut's coming out pretty bad on this thing, but that's okay. I'm fat, guys. You know, I've been down in the dumps, and I've been really, I've been there before, and what got me out of it? I mean, you know what? What got me out of it for the most part is just that living in the dumps mentally was not fun, and physically it wasn't fun. You know what I mean? Like, mentally it wasn't fun, and physically it wasn't fun. And you watch people enjoy themselves and enjoy life so much that it just got me motivated to just be happier. Like, I don't want to be depressed. You know, I know depression. I understand depression. And if it means quitting alcohol or drugs, if it means getting a better job, or stop being so narcissistic or being overconfident, if it means being more humble or increasing your confidence, then those are the things that are going to help you get there, right? And being realistic. I would say, real news, grab a whiteboard, put that whiteboard up on your wall, and write down like just 10 realistic goals for the next 6 months or a year. realistic little things that you want to do, change about yourself and or accomplish, and go for those. And I started that way, right? I started that way just by putting these goals down that I wanted to change, things I wanted to change about myself. And I started that because I was in a depressive spot. I thought that I was at my wit's end. I thought that I was alone, defeated, conquered. And I'm not saying that I'm like great right now, but I think starting the initial leap or adding the initial changes helped me. Even though I failed at my business, I started a business, right? I wanted to be more successful at it, but I started a business, and even though I failed, I started it, right? That was one of my goals, right? It wasn't financial independence. It was like, I want to start my own business, and I did it, right? So, yeah, Noah's got it right. The hardest part is always starting. You can't brood real news. You can't like dwell on these things, and it's okay to live in your past and to be part and to accept the pain of your past, but you have to move forward from that, right? Like you have to move forward from that past, and it has to help you, right? You could just disregard the elements of it. You can't change those elements of your past, and you can't change that person, right? But you can do things yourself to put yourself in a position to meet somebody new, right? If that's your goal, you can put that as a goal. Go out on a date. Just starting, not even saying, hey, I want a new girlfriend, or I want the Joe with the go get a hooker. Yeah, we talked about that, guys. Sometimes maybe you just should. I don't think that's an end. I don't think that's a good thing, because there's no real sustenance to it. There's no real value, but you'll learn that the sex isn't what you want, and the sex isn't what was the real thing that you were looking for, right? Yes, heavy cocoa Nutella. Like, there's now a little bit spicier to this, so it's there, but quality cigar, guys, quality beer. Appreciate all you guys being here in the stream. Real news, I know we discussed this a lot, bro. I'm not going to down you and shit like that, bro, but again, and I'm not going to say that those are excuses. I'm going to say this way, that you have I've seen you in streams. You're a smart guy, right? Like, you have insight into MMA, and you obviously do research. Maybe you need to research about yourself in a different way, and look at things, challenge yourself in the other manners, right? That give yourself a hobby, right? Maybe even other than MMA, start another hobby, right? My knees are gone. I wish I could skate still, and I still can, but do things as well as I used to. But like as Noah Allen mentioned earlier, the start is what's important, right? And what my part of it is not to see the barriers. Stop seeing the things that are preventing you from something. Stop seeing the barriers. Stop seeing the negative aspects of those things, and start seeing the positives that are derivatives from your own actions, is what I'm saying, right? That is the way to go. Again, it doesn't, when you stream, like I'm just streaming right now, it's a risk for me, not a risk, but we're just chilling, man. I hope that you guys are just enjoying your afternoon and just chilling out. I'm getting a joy just out of this beer and the cigar. I love my watch choice that I bought. Joey doesn't want to hear any watch reviews, but I love the way it looks on camera with the white face. You know, I like those things. Those are things that I'm going to take away from it. And, you know, is it something in my performance? Is it like what I want? No. But I'm enjoying myself. We're in a conversation and we're talking about stuff, and I dig that, you know? Hell yeah, Jiu-Jitsu's good. Jiu-Jitsu's good because I've been watching that, again, I went back to that McKessie guy, and it's really, really, yeah, working out's good. Working out, a hobby. I think Real News like to play hockey. Man, join a hockey club, bro. Go and play some hockey, be goalie with some dudes, you know, throw yourself out there and say, hey, I'm looking for some dudes to even if you're looking for some dudes, grab your fucking goalie equipment, go to your local rink or a street hockey place, bring your shit and be like, I'm showing up. I want some, not cage time, but I want some net time. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, yo, I'm here to fucking block some fucking pucks right now. You know what I mean? You just roll up on fools, you know what I mean? And that's cool, and then you'll be like, man, and that'll help. Trust me, I do that like in the skateboarding realm. It's cool. As an old guy, sometimes I roll up on people and like, what's this old dude doing out there? There's always a little old dude here and there, whatever. But you know, just getting out there and people seeing you, you'd be like, you'll be surprised with people that right away they'll give you a pound. They'll be like, man, that was cool you just did, or man, it's good to see you. You know, that kind of stuff is important. Now, all right guys, so now is I see why I definitely need to sit on this cigar, because now it has that full bodiness to it. Now it has the oils to it. At the very end it's gotten hot, so this cigar has a lot of potential. Hey guys, Real News is doing the right things, man. Real News, man, just don't hate on yourself, bro. Don't sell yourself short. It's still 7 1/4, but it has a lot more potential. Like this cigar could be at least an 8. Can at least be an 8. Joey's saying workouts are for mom. Working out's good, man. I mean, it's what you want to get out of what your physicality is. If you're like Joey and you look good and you have a good body, but you can't do shit with it, then what's the point? You know? Like, to me, there's always has to be an end in what your physicality is. You can lift as much weights as you want, but if you can't box, you can't box. If you can't like fucking skateboard, you can't skateboard, right? If you can't fucking do jiu-jitsu, you can't do it. You know, you have the body that you want of an Adonis, and if you just look good, then what's the point of fucking that? You're just good at lifting weights and looking good. You're not able to like use the physicality that you developed. You have to have an intention for that physical development, an outlet for it. And it might be to swim better, it might be to live better, it might be to cycle better, it might be to just to live better, so that you could spend more time with your kids and still play baseball with your kid. You know? Because I'll dog walk dudes that look better than me all day, and I got a big old gut, and I'm out of shape. You know, but they got muscles and they don't know what to do with it. I'll dribble it past them with the basketball, right? I'll hit the ball farther in baseball. I'll still catch the ball, right? Like it's the skills. Lifting weights is not a skill, guys. Looking good is not a skill. That's a natural thing. It's not a skill. Increase your skills. Build your skills and your knowledge up. You know, as well as looking good, sure, but there has to be a reason for it, right? Jojo saying he'll sub me round 1. I don't know. Even though I don't have a good knees, I might have enough hand strength to deal with you. You know, in my job or in jobs, like, people think that doing something fast means that you're good. You know, doing, you know, like, even in gambling, look at the MMA stuff. Look at all the people that do MMA. You know, most of the people in our sphere do the research. The research is what counts, right? The knowledge is what counts. It's not the ability. Look at those fat motherfuckers gambling, and, you know, learning about your gambling and learning that stuff is important. Getting those skills and doing the research about gambling is important. That's a skill. Welcome, Bow Betters. Absolutely, guys. Love you guys are in the stream. Brian, what's up, man? Love when you say Bow Betters. We're fucking chilling here, sipping and smoking. I'm a little buzzed now for sure. But it's great being here in the hacienda with you guys. Cantina Lopez. You know, my plants here, guys. You know, fucking water these things, nurture them, take care of them. Nurture and take care of yourself, you know what I mean? You got to nurture and take care of yourselves and your family, guys. Like, you know, I didn't make any spices this year. I didn't make any herbs, but what's the lock? Man. Oh, yeah, I was about to say Lupe Godinez is the lock. And you know me with Hill. I was a big Hill supporter. How much money have I lost on Hill? I think Angela Hill has to be one of the fighters that I've lost the most money on. That I've supported and given the most ability, you know, the most opportunities to win, and then she's let me down. Like, even in her own sphere, like striking, she got fucking lit up last fight. Lupe might be that, but yeah, I invited Josh. He didn't come by. Man, this is a good cigar, guys. When you could smoke a cigar like this and it's not like becoming unshoveled and disrupted and it hasn't gone out. Notice I haven't relit it. I'm down way over $800 on Hill, Noah. You know, I'm down over $800 on her. I've been a big, huge Hill supporter. That woman, that's why I can't go with her on the money line against, even as a dog, against Godinez. Even though she's going to have some advantages, is it that Hill finds a way to lose? Or do people find a way to win and beat her? Like, I think that there's a moment in her, she just doesn't have that killer spirit. You know what I mean? She just doesn't have that killer attitude. She's like Uriah Hall, who retired recently. She should retire. She's not a killer. Like, she had it when she first started. She had this killer instinct, and now I think she's into the money, into the commentating area. When you fight MMA, you have to have that finishing mentality, and that's what Dana talks about. You have to have that willingness, like Chito Vera got it. Dominic Cruz doesn't have it, you know? Dominic Cruz is in a point fight. Dominic Cruz is in a MMA professional bout, a money match. He's not out there to fucking kill somebody. You know, and I'd rather bet and side with the people that are out there looking to fucking kill someone than somebody that's out there to win the fight, right? And we do want to pick the winners, and we want to get those people to fight, but that's why I'm with Priscilla Cachoeira, because that woman's out there to end you. She's out there to beat the living shit out of you, and that's why on this particular card, I'm still leaning towards betting that. And those are the kinds of fighters, intelligent, and I love Dominic Cruz. Don't get me wrong, I've been a big fighter. And we saw that last week, and then and I told Joey on, was it Miller? Ooh, I love watching the butterflies here. That's the best part of hanging out in Hacienda Lopez here in the Cantina Lopez is I see the Cardinals come by, and that's why I always like the MMA community guy, you know, out there. MMA community, he's in Missouri, he hangs out, he does this stuff outdoors, and I wanted to get out here outdoors and just do this stuff, sit down like an old man, talk and stuff, because I could still see the butterflies. I saw like a robin earlier, I saw a cardinal, and it's pretty cool, you know. Killer Miller, man, that chick's, I doubt we see her, like, she was a favorite. I should have jumped on her at the beginning, even at minus 121. I didn't watch the season of Ultimate Fighter. I don't know who did. Jojo did. Jojo watched it, and if you watched it, we should have jumped on her, man. You did the research. You just said, hey, let's jump on Miller, and I would have done it. But Jojo doesn't like telling people what to do, which is fine. We're not all cut out to be folks that compart our information, that are going to tell people or share our information, especially with betting. A lot of people are afraid to tell, like, even JoJo knows this, like, you tell somebody at the casino, yo, this is what I'm going to do, and then they bet it and we lose, and they're coming at you, oh man, you told me this person was going to knock her out, and then look at this, and they get all angry at you and shit. It's like, yo, you're an adult, you're making your own decisions, you know? And I would say that's the case with my channel anyways. It's like, you're the one making the decision for yourself, right? I'm not placing the bet for you. You could tail me, which is fine. And if you looked at my record right now, it's not so good, guys. We're in a big losing streak and a big losing year. I'd like to change it up. I'd like to change it around. And I need to watch more tape, but I think one thing that really has hurt me is, just like Ranj and a lot of people, I'm a big plus money junkie, right? So I'm looking at probable outcomes and probable fighters to win things, and I love the plus money. So I'm betting a lot of plus money. And when you're betting plus money, they're giving you the plus money to attract you to something that is more than likely not happening, right? So you're betting against the stream. You're going against Vegas and against the stream, what Vegas is offering. And I would say 7 times out of 10, you're going to lose, right? Like, I mean, I haven't done the statistical analysis of my betting. A lot of guys talk about, like, too much time studying the product reviews. No, man, I didn't do any review on or studying on the cigar. I do all blind tasting on the beers and the cigars. I don't go and look at like what other people said about the product and like this cigar beforehand. It's all blind. I don't want to give somebody else's opinion. I don't want to regurgitate somebody else's analysis. And that's even my fighting. When I was doing my fight with the slides and stuff, and I was doing about better stuff, I didn't watch anyone. Lately, I've been watching people again and participating in their streams and their chat, which is cool. But the reason I was away for a while is because when I was starting my channel, I was focusing on my opinions, my viewpoint, right? I was Jojo saying water the flowers. Just like myself, anybody could tell you something. You know, like we're talking in the stream about stuff. Anybody could tell you something, but you're the one that really is going to make that decision at the end, right? $7.25, guys. Still burning really good. Love when you could smoke a cigar to the nub like this and continue smoking it, you know it's a high quality smoke. Remember last time I kept relighting the cigar when it was down to this level. It was difficult. It started to dishevel. You know, what's up, Prodigy? This is a good quality smoke, guys. Oh, the weather here in Chicago is fantastic. I should have went and worked out, but instead of working out, I'm having a beer and smoking a cigar. You know? And it looks like Justin Jr. changed his name again. Justin, one day you're going to have to realize that your name in itself is a brand. That I am Roberto Lopez in itself is a brand in a way. People want to see you and be part of you. That's why I like, rather than change the brand or me, I just change what I'm doing. We're doing sip and smoke now, guys. Every time you see me live, it's going to be sipping and smoking. You're not going to be having this live thing where it's different. We're always going to be having a cigar. We're going to have a beer. That's going to be my thing. You know, that's going to be my moniker or my thing. But yeah, Joey, I need to stretch. I know my fat ass needs to do shit. You know, I know. No, they didn't approve OT. So I had to pick up tomorrow. I'm still going to get that money, guys. I'm still going to get that money. There's two things that you could never call me. And I will be very offended. Like, you call me an idiot. You call me a dork. You call me a nerd. You call me a fat ass. You call me all... There are two things you do not say to me. Number one, you do not call me lazy. If you call me lazy, those are, to me, those are fighting words. You do never ever call me lazy. You call me lazy at work or outside of work, I'm gonna dog walk you. I'm gonna get pissed. Right? The other thing is a thief. If I'm a thief, we're gonna have problems. Because I'm gonna ask you, then I'm gonna ask you for your shit. And you're gonna give it to me, and then I'm not gonna take it from you, but you're gonna give it to me. We're putting in work, guys. I'm gonna still work. Oh, the chain's inside. Yeah, guys, the chain's. I should have brought the chain. Actually, the chain would have been a little heavy out here. Even though I'm in the shade, I'm in some covering here. I have a covering. It's hot as hell, guys. It's hot as hell, man. It's hot out here, which is fine. It would have been good to go work out and grab that, but I'm all good, man. I'll have a good meal. Yesterday I had a good meal. You know, I'm here with the pink socks, guys. Pink socks. Don't be afraid to wear pink socks. You guys might think I'm a dork. People think that when I walk up to them that I'm like this yuppie idiot. They don't think you're streetwise, you know. But image is one thing, and you don't fake it. Oh, yes, I'm wearing the last shirt as I did before. I know. Well, Prodigy, I was thinking of putting on a different shirt. You're right. I need another pink shirt. I like wearing pink. No, I don't like Better Call Saul, as well as the other one. I've been watching. The series I've watched lately was Jack Reacher on Amazon. Reacher. That was. Oh, I don't even want to take my shirt off and show my fucking fat tits and shit like that. I got boobs. I'm gonna take it off. Guys. It's gonna go off. Let me go get another beer. I have a foot fetish. Yeah, I got a foot fetish for sure. I definitely have a foot fetish, guys. I'm taking the shirt off. Shirt is off. Guts out. Who does this? Who does this? What capper takes his shirt off, smokes a cigar like a fucking hillbilly? This guy. Because we're not worried about that image. Right? Not worried about like the views and the counts. Woo, we're worried about quality. I'm at the big screen at work. Uh-oh. My big fat ass will dog walk fools. Dog walk fools if I need to. Don't let the fat fool you. You know, got the Mexican drive, that Puerto Rican fucking violence ready to get in there. Who's don't want none of this? They don't want none of this. This right here. They don't want none of that. Look at how good that cigar is burning, guys. This cigar has now been upgraded to a 7.5. When you get a good even burn that stays lit like this all the way to the nub that's this like this size, you're getting you know, like people have some not in work. I ain't trying to down nobody. We're here at everybody's welcome at Cantina Lopez. You know, you make your own environment. You make your things that you enjoy yourself doing and being at. I'm comfortable at home. I'm comfortable with myself. You don't think when I go to Cabo I'm taking the shirt off? Come on, guys. I may not look good, but I'm living the good life. Living it with you guys. We're about bettering, right? Do you smell what the rock is cooking? That's life. I love me some Blue Eyes, man. Love me some Dean Martin, some Sammy Davis Jr., the Rat Pack, all about the Rat Pack. You know? Those guys lived it good. They lived it the way they did it my way. You know, my dad loved Old Blue Eyes. I like Old Blue Eyes too, guys. Look at that. It's a fucking good ass cigar. The flavor now is hotter. You don't get the same notes and the same characteristics flavor wise because it is burning so hot. But this is a testament to the quality of the tobacco and the people that roll it. You know, you forget that this is a handmade product, guys. Somebody has to grab it. 2 or 3 people touch this cigar, maybe one, right? Like one person touches it and another person packs it. Good cigar. Quality of life, guys. Not the amount of money you have in your pockets. The quality of life is what's important. And I've unfortunately lived that way a long time, and it's hurt me a little bit, but at the same time, people haven't, you know, lived in Tahoe. You know, they haven't been to El Salvador surfing places, right? We're going to Cabo in a couple weeks here.
Other people, you know, they're happy just in their home, sitting in an environment like this, which is awesome. Come on, this is great. And Cantina Lopez, I wish, like Jojo, I had a nice pool I used to have a pool here too, a little pool. But this is good. Life's good, guys, as always. Life is good. You know, rich people don't even live the way I live. I walk up to a rich person and not give any two shits. You know? They want to buy what I got. I already got it already in here, in the heart, in my character. You know? And you don't have, you know, you could work for it, or you could live it, you know. And I'm not buying it. I'm enjoying it. I'll enjoy this cigar, enjoy this beer, you know. It's just like MMA. They put in the work. They like, you look at, one thing I really love about both Chito Vera and Dominic Cruz is they love what they're doing. They love being a fighter. They love being in the octagon. They love training. Those are two guys that are students of the game, masters of the game, and they love it. Like, they're about putting in that work and succeeding at it. And I wish I did that more. You know, I mean, I should have, and I don't want to get into the shoulda, coulda, woulda shit, but you know, this weekend, that main event is a great event. I love both the two fighters. I think we're going to see a great fight. I'm leaning a little bit on, I want to go. I'm leaning on him, Chito by finish, actually. But at the same time, I'm going against somebody that's made me a lot of money and somebody that I enjoy watching fighting. So Brian, don't be afraid to come with us to Cabo, man. I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to be completely sober, but I'm going to promise you that I'm going to enjoy myself and that I'm going to live good and be a good person and have respect for, like, that I'm in a different country. I'm going to have a respect for people, and I understand that I'm in an environment that I'm not dominant, right? Like, I'm a guest. That's the other thing most people don't realize when they go travel. They instantly, like, assume because they're paying for something that they're able to behave a certain way. Like, oh, I'm the guy. I'm here on my vacation. It's all about me. No, it's not about you. No, you're in somebody else's home. You're a guest. You're in somebody else's country, right? You have to put some of the shit that you do at home. I'm at home. I can do whatever, you know, I can do whatever I want here. You know? I can bring out the weapons. I can fucking pee right here, right now. I can take a shit right now. And I can do that here. But don't take that same attitude somewhere else. You know, don't bring your superioristic, your own narcissistic attitudes here. So, you know, Prodigy's saying he's going to bet on Cruz at plus 160, and he should have waited longer. He's moved. You know, Chito, money's coming in on Chito. Chito has the finishing upside, and Cruz, that chin as you're getting older, and Chito's a finisher. Chito is a killer. You know, he's there. He's not just there. He's got a good family. He's a good family man, but he's there to, like, hurt fools. Whereas the decisionator is there to win a fight. And so that's why I can't bite on Cruz right now. Is because I'd rather take the guy that wants to finish than somebody that. You're right. You're right. Prodigy, you're correct, man. That was an awesome performance, and I won that bet, and I bet with Cruz. I'm not on Cruz this particular bout because I think the Chito's surging. People are. I would say that we're sleeping on Cruz. It's like Cruz time may be past, right? Like his time may be past. And look, it's still at the nub, guys. What a good ass cigar. 7.5. Now it's becoming disheveled, getting harder to smoke. But Cruz has the most unique style in MMA. Like, that footwork is no joke, and he's so good at his footwork is a thing of brilliance. It's a thing of art. We won't see anybody fight like Cruz in this generation again. And Cruz is going to become a coach. He's going to look at this belly. He's going to coach another fighter that's going to be a champ. You know, like I think here's something. Who do you guys think is going to produce a champion sooner? Faber or Cruz? I think that Cruz is going to get a champion in his camp before Faber and Alpha Male does. I think that Cruz is going to become a coach, and he's going to produce a champion. He's just like Cejudo. They're cerebral fighters, intelligent fighters, and I love intelligence. I prefer intelligence over anything, even in fighting. I'm going to always bet on the smarter guy with the killer instinct. And I don't think, I don't think that Chito's an idiot in this instance. Chito's a smart fighter. He's got good fight awareness, great reaction time. Chito's going to have the better kicks. If he gets to the ground, he's going to have the submission abilities. So I'm leaning on Chito, and that's why I can't bet Cruz or back Cruz this particular bout. I'm going to place one unit maybe on Catch a Beating, even though her name is Catch a Beating, and that's because I'd rather bet in that particular instance somebody where I'm going to get a woman that is going to want to finish and will do anything to get that finish, as opposed to a woman that wants a point fight. And I think Cruz's willingness to engage in a point fight is going to hurt him here, because Chito is not going in there at a point fight, right? He's going in there to finish this guy. So despite his footwork, we've seen a lot of what Cruz's footwork does, and that, I think that riddle has been solved. Cruz had the advantage some time ago, but that footwork now has been solved. And I think that Chito will be able to solve the riddle of Cruz and win, and he's going to win by finish. He's going to catch Cruz, and he's going to finish him. I'm not going to bet it. And like, what is the finish? Let me see the finish here. Ow! Ow, caliente. Good ass cigar. 7.5, guys. 7.5 on that cigar. Well constructed. Vera by TKO is plus 340, and I think that's upside. Here's something important. Vera by submission is plus 750, and I know a lot of people think that he can't get that. So Vera by finish is plus 190. Not the meat or the number I like, but I'm not going to chase it. Because I don't think that is his win condition. I think, look at this thing. 7.5. Did I say 7.5? I'm going to give it a 7.5, guys. Well, Justin, when you weigh and you're fighting at 135, 145, you're not a big guy. All of them are not big. I'm not one way or the other. Look like my let's see. Looks like the sun is creeping up on me over here, and I look awkward and I'm dark. Let me do this, guys. Frank Sinatra, guys. Frank Sinatra. Have been a poet, a thief, Oh. Well, we're on all out of cigars, guys.
Any questions? Any other things that you guys want to talk about? Anything we need to discuss? Otherwise, we've just finished. Oh no, yeah. I'm all dark. I'm looking weird here because the sun is right on me. Let me see this. I don't know if that helps, guys. Yeah, I'm just dark. That doesn't look good. Well, guys, I'm going to stop the stream right now. I don't have the lighting that I enjoy. Not the lighting that I would prefer to have for the stream. But I want to let you guys know, thank you guys very much for coming into the stream. Thank you for participating. Thank you for contributing to the chat. Oh, the lighting's fine? The lighting's fine. All right, cool. Well, I'll stay here for a moment. I'll have another beer with you guys. You know? I'll have another beer with you guys if the lighting's fine. I think it's weird. Like this light down here, guys. Not cool. Bell. Give me the bell, guys. New Glarus. Spotted cow. With... Where's my band? Where's my band at? Yeah, I don't have the band here. It's all good. We're gonna end the stream. I'm gonna just chill out here, guys, and end the stream now. But man, and you guys know, if you made it this far, you guys are about betters. I really appreciate you guys coming in to chat live. Go check out Blood Money Bets and Johnny K Picks. They're about to start a stream soon here in about a half hour. Go check out their channel. Support some of the other channels that are out there. And good luck on your bets this weekend. I'm going to lay off most of my bets because I'm going to go on vacation and look forward. You know, I'm going to be posting some streams, but it's cool. But again, as always, guys, if you've made it this far, you are about better. And do a good job. Stay safe. We'll see you guys on the back end of everything. And that's pretty much it. I'm naked, or half naked. All right, if you've made it this far, you are about better. Thank you guys very much. Have a great evening, good weekend. We'll see you guys soon.